was a little different. I would agree with you, but a
No,
mother's
it's way
still a
different.
mother.
Women respected male authority, so they don't anymore, and that's the problem. So what I'm saying is that we got to deal with, and this is the problem with religion a lot of the times, is religion doesn't equip men to properly deal with modern day females.
Modern day females.
Yeah, it does not equip you to deal with it, because modern day women are not the women of the book.
Myron Gaines completely schools this guy and shuts down his argument using religion to deal with modern-day women, as Myron Gaines in this street-side debate exposes why women deserve less, while this guy starts using the Quran as a recipe to understand women, and Myron Gaines scraps his whole idea, explaining how religion today has no remedy on how to deal with today's independent women because feminism has gone completely out of control and men need to adapt. Let's get in.
What's up?
Hello, how are you?
What's up, man? How are you? Chilling?
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so you already know. Another day in office. What's up, man?
Good, how are you?
How are you?
How would you define, like, deserve? When you mean deserve less, monetarily, in what way do you mean they deserve less?
It could be a multitude of different things. I mean, tell me what you're thinking and what we could kind of go off what you're thinking.
I'll go off you. You're the one that says they deserve less.
Well, you came up here, so.
All right, so
go ahead.
I would say for you, maybe it means, like, monetarily or love or emotionally. I'm raised in a Middle Eastern family, but
money is one thing. I think it's a bunch of different things. I think it's time, attention, resources, money. It could be a multitude of different things. I think a lot of guys simply simp on women for no reason.
Okay, that I probably agree with you.
Okay.
But in the sense of deserve, when someone says deserve, there's a value of a man and a woman. Do you think it's different?
The value between a man and a woman?
I mean, deserve kind of comes with there's some, if you say as a person something deserves less, either they're a bad person or there's something to them that means they're lesser than, unless you think people are just not born equally.
Yeah, the reason why I say deserve less is because the status quo is to give them everything.
The status quo is to give them everything?
Yes.
To women?
Yes.
You think so?
The accepted modality of dealing with women is being a simp nowadays, and I tell guys not to do that, and also be an extreme gentleman, and I don't think extreme gentlemen to women anymore in today's day and age.
It shouldn't be extreme gentlemen to women.
Like treating a woman like it's 1950 when she doesn't behave like it's 1950, in other words. So you're a traditional guy, you're being chivalrous, but she's not necessarily a traditional woman.
Wouldn't it be that subjective to the women? It wouldn't be all women?
Of course, every situation is different, but I would argue that most women nowadays, modern women, have some adoption of modern feminism that quite frankly makes it in a situation where it's maybe not in your best interest to practice chivalry with them. I think it's earned. The point I'm trying to make here is that they need to earn that gentleman treatment from you.
They need to earn that gentleman treatment.
Absolutely, yes.
So it shouldn't gets lost. It has to be earned from the beginning.
Yes, and there's a multitude of different ways to assess this, but yes, I think guys need to reserve treating women like ladies in the beginning so that they don't get taken advantage of.
Do you think in some cases it would be better to learn the hard way? I mean, if you think about it, women are obviously maybe not stronger. Men are obviously more masculine. In most cases, you probably, as a man, the value is to take care of somebody, build a family. You're protecting. That's traditional value.
Here's the thing: some guys, a lot of guys do learn the hard way, and a lot of guys are stubborn. They have to learn the hard way. They have to get burned a few times to realize that the stove is hot. Now, smart people learn from their mistakes. Wise people learn from other people's mistakes. So I put the information out there. If they choose to want to still experiment and get burned, that's fine. But at least they have the ability to know that that information was there, and at least I could connect some dots for them. Because a lot of guys, what ends up happening is they make the mistake, they don't know what happened, what led to it, and then they put a gun in their mouth and they want to end it all because they weren't able to figure out what's going on. So I do think that it's important to have that information out there. And if they decide to take it, cool. If they don't, that's fine. But a lot of the times they'll go make the mistake, then they'll come back and say, yeah, he was right. Let me go back and look at this. Let me re-examine this. So I think having that information there is very important.
Agreed. But wouldn't that mean it's not that women would deserve less, but rather how you choose your woman or the person beside you? It's not instinctively the woman that deserves less.
No, I think every guy needs to approach a woman from a position of she needs to earn her keep.
So they don't deserve less. They just need to show for what they deserve.
You can make that argument. But again, like I said, status quo is to come in, assuming they deserve less, and then let her prove you wrong.
So as in the man's the value.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, this whole concept of women are the prize is garbage. It's a lie.
You don't think so?
No.
Are you? Can I ask you if you're religious by chance?
No, I'm not religious. No.
Okay. I'm not sure how familiar with the Quran, but there's a hadith that says
Yeah. Water? Can I get some water? Yeah.
I'm not sure how familiar you are, but there's a...
I'm not religious, man, so, I mean, using a hadith and stuff like that isn't really the way to go.
I know, but I'm just trying to see what you think of it. It says that the gates of paradise behold under the foot of the mother, and just kind of showing the importance of a mother. What's your opinion of mothers?
Well, remember that the Quran and these hadiths were written at a time when women obeyed men and actually respected male authority. They don't anymore.
You don't think so?
They don't. Absolutely, they don't.
But maybe on average, sure, it's a little less.
Absolutely, they don't.
But in that time, it was a little different. I would agree with you, but
no, it's way different. Women respected male authority, so they don't anymore, and that's the problem. So what I'm saying is that we got to deal with, and this is the problem with religion a lot of the times, is religion doesn't equip men to properly deal with modern day females.
Modern day females.
Yeah, it does not equip you to deal with it, because modern day women are not the women of the book. Whether it's Judaism, Christianity, Islam, the religions, unfortunately, the Abrahamic religions do not account for modernity with the way women behave now.
Sure, there's definitely a difference between women.
Now, if you find a religious woman of the book and she follows it, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But that's very difficult to find.
So
Myron Gaines is unfortunately completely correct. The old religions did not provide anything on how to deal with modern day women. I mean, they couldn't conceive of a world with cell phones and social media and and everything. They had no idea of that was going to be the future. I don't see how. So to say that they have what then to deal with women now, no, it's absolutely impossible. Women, yeah, they did respect men. They listened to them. They had to. It was a dangerous time. And now that everything has become so complacent, so comfortable, so convenient for so many people, so many of these women feel that they don't need to listen to men. They don't need to respect men. They don't need to take their advice. Basically, they just X them out. Otherwise, unless they're, useful, food, a date, this, that, only to be used, but not needed. And unfortunately, yeah, there's no remedy. So guys today, look, they just got to adapt. They have to adapt if they're going to deal with the modern woman. And you're going to have to go by a completely different set of rules. But hit that like button if you're enjoying the video. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate it. And let's get back in.
So there you go. So there's a point where a woman can show they deserve something. But it's more, they don't deserve less. It's just that some of them have lost what it's true, the true nature of
what I'm saying is that men need to enter every relationship with women skeptical.
Skeptical. Yeah.
Skeptical, and assume that they deserve less unless they prove that they deserve more. That's what I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with that, because men have to perform.
Yep.
You have to come up to her, tell a funny joke, be interesting, be charismatic, be charming. Why can't we put standards on women? I'm simply telling guys to put standards on women, because we don't put standards on them. That's why they behave the way that they do.
So just no unconditional value to women is essentially what you're saying. Not that they deserve less, just don't be unconditional to what just because they're a woman.
What I'm saying is approach it from a skeptical standpoint.
Yep.
And assume she deserves less unless she proves that she deserves more. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Which interestingly enough, I hope you know, this is how women deal with men.
Yeah.
This is precisely how women deal with men, from an adversarial perspective of what can he provide for me?
Yeah, what can you do, what he brings.
Versus men are so stupid to come into a relationship and say, oh, what can I provide for her? How can I go ahead and help her out? They don't come in with that same mindset. I'm simply telling men to treat women the way they treat us when it comes to the beginning of a relationship. And I would argue men have way more skin in the game when they deal with women, so it behooves us to move with skepticism when we deal with them.
Yeah, simply put, the majority is now the minority. It used to be the case that you had an abundance, more or less the majority of women who were decent, who were kind, so forth, and now that's the minority. So now you have to sift through everything else, the majority of just crap, independent women, boss chicks, whatever, in order to find these women. And the only way you do that is you put up gates. If you want to get through, you have to pass my test. Don't like it, keep moving on. But either way, men need to learn to protect themselves, because it is really sad to see so many guys destroying themselves out there and they don't even know it yet. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought about what Myron Gaines had to say, schooling this guy on how modern day dating really works. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.